Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away. And we may have a face mask here right at the start. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now with Pumphrey. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good job, D.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Slam, slam.
They run with Pumphrey. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try and run this. It's Pumphrey. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Flacco from the gun. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is Darrell Henderson, the rookie 3rd rounder. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Hey, like 80. 50, Mike, 50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
You're over here. You're over here.
After you. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Hey, watch this. Watch this.
Protein spill. Go.
Switch.
2nd down, it's Henderson. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
To throw again on 2nd down. Flacco. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And that will be incomplete. It was Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, there to knock it away. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Stay with your man. 49, guys. Mike. Hey, 57. Hey.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 35. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Mahomes now on 1st down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Push him back.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the run, it's Pumphrey. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go back to Henderson on 1st down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Check, 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 check.
On second down, it's Henderson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. And Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Finds his rookie first rounder. It's Noah Fant. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. And again, it's Flacco to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, but the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. And he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. To the right side, this is Henderson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Henderson, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Darrell Henderson with his first career NFL touchdown as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Yellow. 180. Mike 91. I don't even know why this team showed up.
On first down, Mahomes going deep here for Watkins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
Here I come.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now it's Mahomes again. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Monday. That's flat.
Now it's Flacco. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Mike 53.
Monday.
Flacco right back to work after the pick 6. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
So I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Flacco. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Now after the sack, Flacco and the Broncos come up 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Joe Flacco. This is the tight end fan. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
We'll see if they do just that. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check that. He won.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes has some fond memories of playing here in Denver. In fact, one of his earliest NFL memories came here in the Mile High City. That was back in the final week of the 20s. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Flacco now. 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Flacco looks to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. Flacco now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. Now Flacco. That's taken in by Henderson. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Chris Jones in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now after the sack, Flacco and the Broncos come up 3rd and long. Third down, Flacco from the gun. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chris Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they get into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
91 is the Mike. Mike 91. Here we go, here we go.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll run on first down. Henderson. Room here to run. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 54 yards on the ground. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Henderson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Coming after you. I'm coming after you. Slam.
A toss play. Here's Pirine. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Flacco. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chris Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. The 40, past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 83 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play.
I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Focus, defense, focus.
Here's Flacco. It fights him off. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Chris Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now after the sack, Flacco and the Broncos come up 3rd and long. To pass, Flacco. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Check, 47. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Hey, 43.
Mike's 47.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. He's got him in. Complete. The 20. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, an even 90 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer. McManus's point after is good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, it's Pumphrey.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Get him, boys.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Charlie, right. On the line, right. Mike 91. Shift.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that.
I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. On first down, it's Henderson. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Play action, Flacco. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Like 80. Number 53. Mike 53.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Rabbit.
From the gun, Flacco to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Darrell Henderson, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Watch the safety creep.
Setting up to throw, Flacco. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his second touchdown of the night. And the Broncos come into that lead.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Let's go, folks.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they could look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Chiefs, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew.